So today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I have a book with a lot of tarot spreads in it, which I really don't use very often. But I decided that I would just open the book to a particular page and do a reading with regard to the spread that showed up. And the spread that I opened to, I'm not even exactly sure what it means and what it's for, but I'm going to give it a try. This is a spread about loving all of your parts. And it's interesting because I've been doing some parts work, healing some inner parts and communicating with them. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what comes up in this reading. It may be just crazy. It might not work, but I'm going to give it a try. So, the first part that it speaks about, or the first position, is the child person in me, or the child person in you. So, let's see what we get. Spirit, can I have a message about the child in all of us, or the child in my audience, their inner child? So we got the Knight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. And I think that this is saying that our child tends to be impulsive and wants to do things quickly and without a lot of thought, rushing into things. And that sometimes by rushing into things from the child within us, we end up isolating ourselves or alienating ourselves from others because our actions may be rash and not coming from a very thoughtful place. So the child in us can sometimes be too quick to act and have consequences that are not ideal. So the next position is the angel in us. And the angel brings out the Lover's card. So when we act from our inner angel, we draw loving relationships toward ourselves. So the next position is the devil. So when we act from the devil within ourselves, we need to take a pause and we need to step back, because oftentimes we end up injuring ourselves or losing our power. So acting from the devil, which oftentimes is a selfish place, leads us to only harming ourselves and needing to rejuvenate before we can move on. So the next position is the Nameless. And we act from, well, let's just get a card from the position of the Nameless and see what comes out there. This one's tricky. Okay, so the Nameless. We got the Emperor and we got the Queen of Cups. So perhaps by not naming a particular persona, by not labeling, rather, this persona, we become much more balanced. We drop expectations when we don't have a label to define a particular person within us. So the nameless, who is by definition not defined, can be much more balanced. A place of power from both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The next position is the feminine. So the feminine brings us the death card. The feminine can bring us to a place of transformation, allowing our intuition and our emotion to have a say, can help us to close out chapters that do not serve us, that are no longer useful, so that we can make room for a new chapter. And of course, the next card will be the masculine. And the masculine brings us the Ace of Cups, which is an interesting card for the masculine. But I see this as a card of inclusion, a card of filling up everyone's cup. So by accepting our divine masculine, we can not only make room for new beginnings from the divine feminine by allowing, but we can share and distribute this new beginning to all those around us. So we have the feminine receiving and we have the masculine giving. So the next position is the special. The special brings us the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Sometimes things that are special can drag us along with them, can pull us in almost to the point that we can't release ourselves from them. Sometimes our place of being special is so strong that it is the place that takes us along with it, a place that our creativity flows from, a place that our insight flows from. It is a place that is a strong, strong wind that blows us in a particular direction. The things that we feel about ourselves that are special blow us in a very particular direction. They define, oftentimes they define our actions, what we feel is special. And the insignificant. The insignificant. The insignificant brings us the Temperance card. So the insignificant balances out the special which has such a strong wind that it blows us in a particular direction. The Temperance, the insignificance, is where we calm, we find a middle ground. We relax. The things that we don't think are very special, the things that are common within us, don't drive us, but they are an anchor, and they are a place of respite for us. So they too are very important to balance this out as well. And the final card is the mature. The mature. The mature brings us the magician. Certainly a fitting card. When we find our center in all of these, through our maturity, as we grow and we grow wiser and wiser, we become more and more skilled at manifesting exactly what it is that we want. I think I like that spread. Glad I could spend a few moments with you. Take care.